Assalamu alaikum students, how are you all? I hope you all are good. So this is a class of Pakistan studies and we would start our class with the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most beneficent. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Now we would recite our dua. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tuwassir wa tammim bil khair. Sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. Sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. Sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. So this is the class of Pakistan studies and today we are going to study the paper 1, that is history and culture of Pakistan. The subject code is 2059 and this lecture is being recorded for the grade O1 Cambridge ordinary level and the lecture is about the chapter number 5 and this video is the fifth part out of the total 5 videos that have been recorded for the chapter number 5. In each video we have covered one of the 5 languages and the content of the chapter is: to what extent have Urdu and other languages contributed to the cultural development of Pakistan? So, this is the picture of the book for your reference, that is the history and culture of Pakistan. So, first of all, we will look at the piece of poetry that has been written in the Pashto language. So, you all can see this is the piece of poetry that is being written in the Pashto language. Now we would look deep into the history of the Pashto language. Uh, Nowadays, Pashto is language is being spoken by the people of KPK and in the northern areas of Balochistan. It is greatly influenced by Arabic, Pashto, and Greek language. So basically, history of Pashto can be divided into three periods. So one by one, we would study all the three periods. Now, first of all, we are going to study the first period. The first period of the language starts from the 2nd to the 13th century. The famous Pashto poet of this period are Amir Khan and the other one is Bayazid Ansari. So these two personalities are the famous people in the Pashto language during his first period. Bayazid Ansari wrote his first book on Sufism, that too in the Pashto literature. The name of the book is Khairul Bayan. Now, we would discuss about the second period of the Pashto language. It basically started with the invasion of Mughal in the India, and that is about the start of the 13th century, and it lasted for about 100 years. This time is considered to be the very good and fortune time for the Pashto language because it reached at its peak in this era. It also fostered the growth of nationalism, and it also played a vital role in asserting Pashto freedom because the people of NWFP at that time started realizing that they have to fight and they have to speak for their rights. So this was the language of people of that time. So it also had a great influence in asserting Pashto freedom. So the famous personality of the second period are Hazrat Mia Umar, Sadat Ali Khan, and Amir Muhammad Ansari. Now we would study about the third period of the Pashto language. The third period actually extended to the British establishment and it is also considered to be a golden period of the Pashto literature. So we can say that second and third, the both periods were the golden times when the Pashto language reached at its peak and its literature was also rich that time. Though so the famous writers of the third period of the Pashto language are Akhundar Diza and Khushal Khan Khattak. Sufi poet Rahman Baba is also a prominent name in Pashto in this era. So this is a very well-known name, very influential name in the literature and in the language of the Pashto. So, Pashto language basically had a great role in the struggle for independence because it helped people to establish a opposition against the British rule. So, Sahibzada Abdul Qayyum worked hard to increase the political awareness in the people of NWFP because he asked people to realize that they have to speak for their rights and they don't have to be submerged or oppressed by the British rulers. So basically, this language became the driving force and the dividing force as well in setting up the Islamia College in the Peshawar. And this college became the center of freedom movement in NWFP. Stages of development of Pashto. Within 3 years of independence, Peshawar University was established. In 1954, an academy was set up for the promotion of Pashto literature. It was initially headed by Maulana Abdul Qadir to prepare a widely accepted Pashto dictionary. Postgraduate classes of Pashto literature have been established at university level in KPK. So these are all the stages that have promoted Pashto language to a great extent. As we have read also that the dictionary that was prepared in the Pashto language is now widely available and is accepted throughout the world. So, if we talk about the people around the globe, so about 50 million people in the world speak Pashto language. It means that they have adopted this language as their mode of communication. And if we specifically talk about the Pakistan, so you can see in the northwestern side there is a province of KPK, and the people of that province have adopted Pashto language as their mode of communication. If we talk specifically about the Pakistan, so you would find that about 8% people in the Pakistan have adopted Pashto language as their mode of communication. So 8% people in Pakistan have chosen Pashto language in their daily lives. So this was all about the Pashto language. We have covered all other languages in our other videos. So this was about the Pashto language. Thank you for watching the video.